Hi guys, and welcome back to another update for the whole collection project pan. We're doing this with a bunch of ladies, so everybody that is also doing this you will be able to find in my description below. So as you guys might remember, I have decided to go with like 5 products that I have a longer term goal on, as well as 5 products that I have a 10 uses goal on. And I'm just going to show you guys where I am. So I did realize that I only had 3 weeks since my last update, because it was February and my last update I filmed a little bit later, if I remember correctly. So I didn't get where I was hoping I would get, but I still have some products rolling out, so that is good. The first product, and this was one that I was hoping would be gone by now, is L'Oreal True Match Powder. I am so close, like there really isn't that much left anymore in here. I have something up at the top here, and then a teeny tiny bit right here at the bottom and at the other top. And that's all. So really only 1 more week, maybe 2, and this will definitely be gone. As you guys know, this is not my favorite powder. I'm trying to find something that kind of leaves that like glowy but nice way of setting my makeup. So I already got a recommendation for the Fit Me powder. I wanted to say Fit Me concealer, Fit Me powder. But if anybody else has any other recommendations for good powders that might work nicely for me, do let me know. And then we have the Catrice Made to Stay Kohl Kajal. Oh, I almost got it. The Catrice Made to Stay Inside Eye Kohl Kajal in Come Black and Stay. And also this one I was kind of hoping I would be able to be done, but of course because I only had 3 weeks I didn't completely get there. I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but you can definitely see the close-up. There still is a little bit left, and I'm pretty certain this will be gone by the next time I update you guys as well. It just is still here. So that's kind of the shame. The thing where I hoped I would have done a little bit better on these 2 products so that they both would roll out. But I'm pretty sure they will be rolling out next time around now. So that's something. Let's see. Another product that I have a feeling will be rolling out next time is in my Vice palette. As you guys might remember, in here I'm working on multiple shades, but in this specific project it is the shade Framed, which is this kind of warmer transition shade, at least on my skin tone. And I have that in my transition area today as well. It just kind of disappears with all the other stuff that I put on, but it's there. Yeah, the dip is definitely getting deeper, so I have a feeling with like a good few more uses I will be able to get there, and I think that should be possible within the next month. So let's see if that is indeed the case. I have used this one, let me see, only 7 times since last time, which also shows that I just haven't been able to focus on it too much. So I'm hoping that by the next time you will see pan on that one as well, which will mean that I can roll like 3 of my longer term products out, which would be really nice. And then 2 other products that I'm still working on are both like cheek products, I guess. One of them is the Pupa Baroque blush, and this one I have used also 7 times since last time. So the Vice shade I've used 20 times in total, I don't know if I mentioned that, and this one I have used 19 times in total now, wearing it today as well as my blush. And I really like this one. Like, it's fairly, no, I wouldn't say it's neutral, but it works quite well on my skin tone. Like, there's definitely color there, but it's not overly warm or overly cool. It's definitely more on the warmer side, but not like leaning too much in a certain direction. So I really like this, and as I've said before, it smells amazing because it smells like marshmallows or something. I'm not even that much of a marshmallow person, but just that sweet scent is pretty nice. And then we have the L'Oreal Glam Bronze Sun Radiance Trio in what was this one again? Blonde Harmony. And also on this one I'm making progress, and this one I'm using pretty much every time I do my makeup, so that will tell me exactly. I've used this one 18 times. I used it 32 times before, so that's a total of 50 times I've used this now. And like it's definitely getting there on the blush side, but for some reason the other parts are kind of staying intact. So maybe I should just turn it around when I'm using it, see if my brush will catch that side a little bit more, because even though I feel like I'm swirling all the way over, I guess I'm not. But yeah, we're making progress. The blush side, at least, the pan is starting to get a little bit deeper. I have no idea how deep this pan really is, so we find out when we find out. But at least there's 3 products in here that I'm keeping my fingers crossed for I will be able to roll out next time, so that is not too bad. Now let's move on to the products that I used, or tried to use at least 10 times. And I'm gonna go from the ones that have been in here the longest to the ones that have been in here the shortest. So this one has been in here 2 months, because I think this is update number 2. And this is the MAC Viva Glam Nicki. This is a pretty Barbie-ish color. I have it on underneath the Rimmel Apocalypse lipstick in Apocalyptic, just to kind of cool that down a little bit and make it a little bit lighter. I still have to figure out how to wear this on its own. It might be a matter of layering it with some sort of lip gloss to make it work for me a little bit better, but just on its own, it's very, let me swatch it for you guys. Like this on my lips, it's just a little bit too much for me at this point in time. I might change my mind at a later point, but yeah. I used this another 5 times, used it 3 times before, so that is a total of 8. So pretty sure by next time I can use it at least 2 more times for it to be able to roll out. Then moving on to the Rimmel Apocalypse lip lacquer, and this one is Across the Universe. This is a dark red shade, as you can see right here. And this one I have used 10 times, just because I knew probably in summertime I wouldn't feel like wearing kind of like a blood red type shade. I made sure to still wear this when it was somewhat wintry. So I have used this 7 times over the last month, or 3 weeks basically. And I used it 3 times before, so that brought me to my total of 10 uses. And I actually really like using this. I think it's nice to have these in here and use them 10 times, because the red lipsticks and things, sometimes I just need to get used to seeing that type of shade on my lips, even though this pink is bright enough as well. But yeah, I like wearing this, so I'm less afraid to at some point actually start panning it now. But I'll probably definitely do that in like more towards winter time instead of like in the middle of summer. But yeah, that's that one. So that one is rolling out. And then we have the W7 powder blush in Tawny Glow. And this one I rolled in last month and I have used 10 times since. It is definitely a darker blush, so I had to be a bit careful with the amount that I put on, because even though it's not the most pigmented, it was definitely pigmented enough. And because it is darker on my skin tone, it actually showed up quite harshly if I wasn't careful with it. But I used it 10 times in pretty much the first part of the weeks that I was working on it, just to kind of get it out of the way, but also to just really get used to how to properly use this blush. Like it's nice enough. It's nothing special, and it is a darker shade than I would normally go for. I bought this online kind of when I was getting into makeup a little bit more, so I just bought like random stuff to see what I liked. But yeah, it worked. I managed to make it work with my looks, just had to blend it out a little bit when I was a little bit too heavy-handed with it. But this one is also rolling out, so that's 2 products and I'm gonna be able to roll in. Then I have 2 eyeshadows in here, and I already said that these were probably not gonna be things that I would hit the 10 uses in one go, and that has turned out to be true. The first eyeshadow is the Sleek, the original palette, and in here I'm working on the 6th shade, which is this green shade right here. And I feel, because I already had pan in it, every time I do use it, the pan is expanding a little bit, which is kind of nice because it's always nice to see progress. I've used it 2 times, so that's nothing major, but the pan has changed a little bit, so that's pretty exciting. I have it in my crease today as well. Just wanted to make sure I wore as much as possible from what I have here today. I think the only thing that I'm not wearing is the red lipstick and the blush that I just showed you guys, but apart from that, everything is somewhere on my face. Yeah, use it 2 times, still 8 more to go. Don't know if that's gonna happen by next time. I just want to make sure that I have at least one product that I can roll out, and that for sure will be the Nicki lipstick by MAC. So we're just gonna see what else we can kind of put into the mix. This NYX palette in here, I'm working on the 4th shade, which is a like golden brown shade right here. I have that on the inner part of my lid today, and I've used this once just today because I wanted to make sure at least I was wearing it during this video. But yeah, this one, like, it's similar enough to Half Baked, which is in my Pandas eyeshadows, and when I want to go for like a more goldish shade, I just have been going for the Half Baked shade in my Naked palette over this one. But yeah, I'm just gonna use it little bits and it will roll out at some point. But that might only be after I hit pan on Half Baked, or I might just decide at some point that I just want to get it out and use it the 10 times that I'm planning to use it. So yeah, so as you can see, 2 products that I hit the 10 uses on, so 2 products that we're going to be rolling something new in for. So I'm going to grab my phone and we're going to randomize. So I've got the pretty random app up, and I have the numbers 1 to 42 because everything after that is my eyeshadows. I've already got 3 eyeshadows in here, which is plenty considering I have my Pandas eyeshadows and Panda palette and 365 days of eyeshadows. I don't think we need more eyeshadows, so I'm just going to see what we're going to end up with instead. First one is number 40 and the second number is number 5. Guessing that will be a lip product. No, maybe not a lip product. I think there's a blush in there. Number 5 I think is a blush, but the other one I'm gonna have to check. So I have my laptop right here behind me, so I'm gonna take a look and see because I have the page up right here. Number 5, that's a nice one, the Revlon blush in Pinking of You, and that is a blush that I actually want to use up this year, so that is pretty good. Then 40 is a chunky eye pencil in black from Etos, which is a Dutch drugstore. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the 2 products, quickly show them to you guys. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and I've got my 2 products here. Now that I'm holding this one in the light, the Etos one, it actually looks like it might be a dark blue, but I don't know whether that's just the light hitting it in a certain way. So we're gonna find out when I use it 10 times. I have a brown, a gray, and a like really dark shade, which I always thought was a black, but yeah, no, I think it actually is a dark blue. I don't know how well you guys can actually see that from here, but yeah, that's a different shade than I expected it to be, but that's fine. I'm just gonna play around with this. I don't know whether it's gonna be, I might at least once try to use it as a complete base for my eyelid just to see what I can do with it then. But this might also become like a eyeliner shade at some point, or maybe to like darken up just the outer part. Yeah, 10 times is like not too crazy many times for me to just play around with it a little bit and then put it back. I'm not gonna try and finish it up, so that is fine. And then we've got the Revlon blush in Pinking of You that you guys might remember from Prep That Product, which we were doing with Paula and Elizabeth from Cookie Pens, and a beauty guru made me do it the other way around. Going into this year, so these were products we were prepping to try and use up this year, so it makes sense for me to start using it. This one has 3 different shades and I tend to just kind of swirl them together and use them that way. So that brings me kind of this color that you see at the bottom down here, which is a really nice, like, I think going into spring, this is actually a really nice shade to be using, like kind of a light pink shade. Hello spring, that's what it will say to me. I don't know, but yeah, I'm pretty happy about rolling this one in, and I'm just gonna use that 10 times and see where we will end up. So yeah, that is everything for today. I think, yeah, like I already said, my goals are going to be to try and use up the powder, use up the eye pencil, and hit pan on framed. And then for the 10 uses, I definitely will be hitting my 10 uses on the Nicki shade, which is only 2 more. I can definitely do that. And then I think I might get there on this blush as well. I don't know if I will get there on the eye pencil and the eyeshadows. I'm probably going to be using a little bit like more randomly, not as targeted, but we'll see. Yeah, that really is it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye.